Welcome back everyone to another trade recap. This was Thursday's trade, and like the past, this was basically exactly like yesterday's trade recap, which was Wednesday's trade. I actually lost this trade, even though it may look like a W. And I'm gonna go into it, what actually happened. So yesterday, I was not even thinking of trading. I was thinking of not trading. Can I speak properly? Because there was Euro bank holidays for the French and German. But I looked it up and there's like 20 Euro banks that make up the Euro. So I'm still not sure when to not trade when there's a bank holiday. If you're a trader, let me know. Then there was GBP 330 news that literally did nothing. Then this and that news, which didn't really care about. So I ended up trading, and the trade was actually taken on EU. But I think there was just less volume. London session, yeah, it didn't really move that much. Moved like 20 pips max. Oh, that breakthrough was literally New York session, so less volume from the bank holidays. Now, there was some very slight up moves. The 4 hours bearish, and I was looking for bullish positions because there's been very slight up moves and it's mostly just consolidating. Right, especially on EU, just consolidating during these sessions. Then, pre-market swept Asia low, broke up, swept Asia high, and then market opens and it breaks down. GU was already below Asia low, but then broke up in pre-market and didn't make it to Asia high, and then broke down. So after seeing a break of structure, 15 minutes in, on both pairs, break of structure, EU swept Asia high. GU didn't really tap anything or sweep anything. So I had to take shorts on EU. It broke down, went back to Asia low, and GU's below Asia low. So when we formed a fair value gap below Asia low, I was looking for a retrace. It only hit this fair value gap. Equilibrium was not tapped on GU. And the reason I took the trade on EU was only because equilibrium got tapped in the retrace also. And it was very good that I did that, because probably would have got stopped out on EU, because you can see stop loss here. Yeah, I would have literally got stopped out. That made equal high. Then we're in the fair value gap, right? Easy. 1 minute break structure. I was thinking of entering here. However, I didn't. I waited for nothing. I should have entered here. There was good volume. It's part of my plan. Just enter. And then, well, I entered down here. Stop loss was at 6.0. On TradingView, this is exactly what happened yesterday. TradingView, it doesn't get hit. But on my broker, it came up 2.60, stopped me out, and then went down. Literally, go watch yesterday's trade recap if you haven't. This is the exact same thing that happened. This week has been 3 trades where I got everything right. I got the bias right. These 2 days I've got the entry. Oh no, yesterday entry I accidentally got wrong. This one, okay, all these 3 trades I could have entered better. If I'd entered here, I could have had a higher stop loss and it would have hit. And then, Tuesday's trade, I didn't enter off here and then I wait for a 1 minute retrace and then enter. And that was same thing for Wednesday's trade, but that was by accident because I was looking for take profits and then price dumped. So I've got to get better at my entries. And it's been like a very emotional week because when this happened, I get stopped out and price starts dumping. My emotions nearly got the better of me. I'll put a screenshot, I only have one more trade on the 10K account if I lose it. Because you can only go down 6%, which is gonna be 9,400. I'm at like 9,460. So I'm just gonna full port the next trade and I can either make like 500, bring me back to break even, or lose the account. So if you wanna see that, turn those notifications on because I'll post that trade recap. But tomorrow, if I don't take a trade, then I'm switching over to another 10K account, which is at 10K for 8%. I've got 3 fundeds that I'm alternating between now, each week. Literally, I saw this retrace in this fair value gap, and I was like, yo, this big down candle, I was this close to pressing sell on my phone, just full porting it. But I had to step back. I grabbed a flipping handball. I started bouncing it and started breathing. I'm like, come on, this is just God trying to teach me patience. These past few days I know I can trade. Getting the bias and everything right. He's just trying to teach me patience, and then I'm gonna pass the fundeds when God has it planned for me to do so. So I took some deep breaths, waited, and honestly, there was a trade. I was still looking for trades. There was no trades on GU. I'll just delete this for you guys. No trades on GU, came up inversus gap, possibly out of that, but would have got stopped out. On EU though, there was 5 minute gap, 1 minute, good volume out. Right there would have got stopped out, there. That would have hit. But this was at 6 p.m. Had to go pick up my dad and I just didn't want to trade at 6 p.m. So I thought I may as well just wait. It's probably good that I've lost these trades because maybe I full port it and it passes the funded. But I'm not there's only once that I full ported it before and that trade hit, but it went slightly into drawdown and then it exited the trade automatically. So I can't risk too much where they think it's super suspicious or it goes 4% below the max loss in liquidity and then it just exits. So I'm gonna have to risk maybe 300. A 1 to 3 though, that's gonna make me 900. So I don't know, I'll put 3 lots on. I'm gonna hit that button twice, which is what I always do. I usually risk 1.62 twice. So I'm basically doubling my risk on the lots. So yeah, gonna risk 6 lots on the next trade. Gonna be fun, but I've also got to be careful because the account did cost me $70. Don't want to just throw that in the drain. But yeah, these past trades have taught me I've got to be more concise with my entries. And also always have your stop loss and take profits aligned with the broker. This was aligned with the broker, but I probably could have had it midway of this, 0.7, so it was midway of this thing. Anyway, that was on TradingView though. But I should have seen this. Boom, I can have stop loss there. And then if price reverses, that's fine. It's a good loss to take. And then, take profit was just at 14 pips. And then this is literally better risk reward. 14 pips was 5 risk reward on the other trade. On the trade I actually took. This would have been better risk reward. Anyways. I did think that price was going to reverse consolidate for a while. But yeah. Go watch my other trade recaps to see how this week has been taunting me. But yeah, I'm going to go look back on all those trades. I have my trade journal open. I'm going to go look back, learn from them. And yeah, I don't even know if they're good losses to take because I'm only really learning that I gotta have better, 3 trades in a row where my entry could have been better, which sounds like I'm making the same mistake over and over, which basically I am. But yesterday's trade was by accident. Tuesday's trade was, that was the lesson. Then this trade, I basically did get a good entry, but yeah, could have been better. So that's what I'm gonna have to learn from that. And yeah, stay tuned for me full porting the 10K funded and yeah, making like $1,000. That would be a crazy thumbnail as well. 17-year-old makes $1,000 trading FOREX, even though it's just a eval. But yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.